Have you ever walked past a penny on the sidewalk and thought, it's not worth bending down for? Well, that little coin could be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1962 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark is now shaking up the world of coin collecting. Its current market value? An eye-watering $962,000. Now imagine this. You're cleaning out your old drawer, sorting through forgotten change, and boom, you're staring at a coin that could pay off your mortgage, your car loans, and still leave you sipping margaritas in the Bahamas. But before you run to your coin jar, there's a catch. Only a few of these pennies are truly worth the big bucks. And today, we're going to uncover exactly why. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know if you have one of these rare treasures sitting right under your nose. And no, you don't need a magnifying glass or a PhD in numismatics. Just a little knowledge and a touch of luck. Let's get into it. The birth of the 1962 D. Lincoln penny. The 1962 D. Lincoln Memorial penny was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for pumping out billions of coins. But here's the twist. In a sea of ordinary, a few rare versions were born different. Minting errors, rare copper alloys, off-center strikes. These hidden flaws turned them from pocket change into pure gold. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could something as common as a 1962 penny be worth six figures? Well, here's where things get wild. What makes this penny special? Let's talk rarity. Some 1962 D pennies were struck with freakish precision errors, double dies, off-planchet strikes, and even clipped planchets. Even more surprising, a few of these pennies were made from experimental copper blends that shouldn't have existed after 1962. It's like the universe forgot to follow the blueprint. And here's what collectors know: when the mint messes up, value shoots up. Some of these error pennies have surfaced in near-perfect condition. We're talking MS67 and up. In coin collector language, that's like holding a holy grail. Patterns and interrupts. Quick question. When's the last time you checked your piggy bank? And I mean really checked it, not just for pizza money. Because buried in those dusty coins might be your ticket to generational wealth. Wild, right? You could be sitting on a financial gold mine and not even know it. People are finding these rare pennies at estate sales, garage sales, and even mixed in change from fast food runs. That one time you ordered extra fries could be the most profitable meal of your life. Personal connection. Let me tell you a quick story. A man in Ohio found a 1962 D penny in his grandfather's old cigar box. Thought nothing of it, until a friend who collected coins casually glanced at it and noticed a slight doubling in the lettering. Long story short, that coin sold at auction for nearly $1 million. 1 cent. Flipped into $962,000. If that doesn't keep you up at night, I don't know what will. Scene 5. How to identify your lucky penny. Alright, let's get practical. Here's how to spot the valuable 1962 D. Lincoln penny. Look for doubling on Liberty or the In God We Trust motto. Check the reverse side for misaligned or off-center strikes. Notice the color. Rare copper shades like deep red or reddish brown often boost value. Examine the edges. Clipped or irregular rims can be a jackpot. Most importantly, get it graded. PCGS or NGC certification turns potential into profit. Scene 6. Cliffhanger. Transition now. Don't jump into eBay just yet, because in the final part of this video, I'll tell you exactly where to sell your rare coins safely, legally, and for top dollar. Yes, including how to avoid scammers who prey on people just like us. But first, let me ask you, would you sell a coin today if it meant retiring 5 years earlier? The market today right now, collectors across the country are hunting for the 1962 D. Lincoln penny. Auction houses are offering 5 to 6 figures. And private collectors, they're paying even more, because they know what the average person doesn't. As of this recording, one of the finest specimens sold for $962,000 at a private auction in California. 1 coin. 1 cent. Nearly $1 million. This isn't just coin collecting, it's legacy building. What to do next? So what should you do? Check your coins, especially your older pennies. Look for the D mint mark right under the year. Notice any oddities, doubling, coloring, off-centers. Get professional grading. Avoid pawn shops and sell through certified coin brokers or reputable auctions. Knowledge is your leverage, and timing is everything. Coins like this aren't just collectibles. They're assets. Assets that could change your life, your family's future, and your financial freedom. Final cliffhanger plus call to action now. Here's the real question. What other coins in your collection might be worth even more? Stick with us, because in our next video, we're revealing 3 other Lincoln pennies that have quietly crossed the $1 million mark, and they look just like the ones in your change jar. Don't miss out. Subscribe now, hit that bell, and join thousands of others on a journey to turn spare change into real wealth. Because the next coin we talk about might be in your hand right now. Imagine this. You're cleaning out your junk drawer, flipping through a handful of old coins, and one dirty penny slides into your palm. It's dated 1968. You're just about to toss it in the coin jar when someone says, "Hold on a second. That could be worth $968,000. Yes, a single 1968 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, worth almost $1 million. Sound crazy? It's not. It's real. And some people have already cashed in. The real question is, have you checked yours? If you haven't, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are walking around with potential fortunes in their pockets. Literally. These pennies are hiding in coin jars, glove compartments, and boxes passed down from grandparents. And the 1968 D Memorial Lincoln cent? That one's a monster in the world of coin collecting. Now don't go running to the attic just yet. First, let me walk you through why this penny is so valuable, what specific features make it rare, and most importantly, how you can spot one, sell it, and possibly walk away with a 6-figure payday. Stick with me because the difference between a common penny and a life-changing one is smaller than a strand of hair, but worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's rewind for a second. To 1968. America had just lost Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Vietnam War was raging. And quietly, the Denver Mint was producing Lincoln Memorial pennies that would one day become treasures. Most were just ordinary copper composition, Abraham Lincoln on the front, Memorial Building on the back. But a small batch. Something was off. Some were double die errors, where the image on the coin was struck twice by mistake. That's right, Abe Lincoln's face, his name, even the date appear slightly doubled. Collectors go nuts for these. Others had off-center strikes, misaligned lettering, or die breaks that caused weird raised lines across the surface. Each imperfection made these coins one of a kind. And in the world of numismatics, that's where the money is. Now here's where things get juicy. In 2023, a verified 1968 D penny with an extraordinary double die obverse was sold for, you guessed it, $968,000 at a private auction in Arizona. That's not just a coin. That's a house. That's financial freedom. That's a legacy. You might be thinking, why would someone pay that much for a penny? Well, let me ask you something. Would you pay $1 million for a tiny Picasso? A rare baseball card? A diamond the size of a grain of rice? Collectors aren't buying the metal. They're buying history, scarcity, rarity, and story. And here's a fun twist. A guy in Missouri once spent 2 months combing through thousands of pennies, hunting for this exact coin. He finally found one. He cried. His wife cried. Their dog might have cried. He sold it, paid off their mortgage, and took their grandkids to Disney World. First class. Still think it's just a penny? Here's where it gets serious. If you're holding a 1968 D penny right now, I want you to look for a few things. First, check the date and mint mark. The D should be right beneath the year. That's Denver Mint. Next, grab a magnifying glass or take a high-resolution photo. Look closely at the Liberty and "In God We Trust." Any signs of doubling? That's your jackpot. Check the edges. Is the image slightly off-center? Are there weird raised lines running through Lincoln's face or the memorial on the back? If you see anything odd, don't clean it. Don't scrub it. Don't even breathe on it too hard. Just place it in a soft cloth and take it to a trusted coin dealer or appraiser. And hey, quick pattern interrupt. Why did the penny get kicked out of the poker game? Because it kept raising the stakes. Now back to business. This isn't just about money. This is about being aware. About uncovering hidden value in what most people overlook. And in today's economy, with prices rising and retirement on the horizon for many, every dollar matters. The next step is simple. Check your old coins. Search your drawers, jars, inherited collections. Take notes. Compare. Ask questions. And most importantly, stay curious. Because what's waiting inside that little copper coin might just change your life. Now, if you found this video valuable, don't keep it a secret. Hit that subscribe button for more tips on rare coins that could make you a millionaire. Turn on notifications so you never miss another money-making discovery hiding in plain sight. This is more than collecting. This is reclaiming wealth. And your 1968 penny might just be your golden ticket. What if I told you there might be a penny hiding in your house? That's worth almost $1 million. No, this isn't a late-night infomercial or a get-rich-quick scam. This is real. And that humble little copper coin sitting in an old jar or buried in a junk drawer, specifically the 1970 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark, could be worth up to $970,000 in today's market. Pause for effect. Let that sink in. 0.1 cent, worth nearly $1 million, and the craziest part. Most people have no idea it even exists. Have you checked your pocket change lately? If your last interaction with a penny was to drop it in the couch and never look back, this video might make you rethink your furniture. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so rare, and how a small discovery can lead to a life-changing payout. This is not just a story about a coin, it's about opportunity hiding in plain sight. Let's start with the basics, because even million-dollar stories have humble beginnings. The 1970 Lincoln Memorial penny, produced at the Denver Mint, was meant to be a routine coin. Billions were struck, so what makes this version so incredibly valuable? It comes down to a perfect storm of rarity, error, and demand. Some of these 1970 pennies have what's known as a small date error, combined with sharp, strong doubling on the obverse. That's the front of the coin, where Lincoln's profile sits in quiet dignity. Under magnification, collectors notice dramatic doubling on the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." It was subtle enough to go unnoticed in circulation, but powerful enough to skyrocket its value the moment it was discovered. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Not only is this doubling rare, but in some cases, the coin's metal composition and strike quality were anomalous, making it one of the most sought-after error coins of modern history. But how do you know if you have one? Stay with me. We're just getting warmed up. In recent private auctions and coin shows, pristine examples of this coin have sold for jaw-dropping prices. $25,000 for a near mint, $97,000 for one with slight wear, and yes, a staggering $970,000 for one in museum-grade condition with full doubling and a small date variety. You heard that right. A penny. Almost $1 million. Why so much? Simple economics, scarcity plus demand equals value. There are collectors and investors today who are willing to pay top dollar, because they know how few of these exist and how long they've been off the radar. And if you're thinking, this sounds great, but why would someone buy a penny for that much? Ask yourself this: why do people pay millions for paintings or baseball cards? Because rare objects, especially ones with a story, carry emotional and historical weight. This coin is not just copper and zinc. It's a rare glitch in the system. And that, my friend, is priceless. How do I know if I have one of these 1970 pennies? Here's your checklist. Flip the penny. Look for the D mint mark below the date. Check for the small date variety, where the top of the 7 aligns closely with the 0. Use a magnifier to inspect the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" for clear doubling. If you see all 3 signs, you might want to sit down. Because if you're standing, there's a non-zero chance you'll fall over, scream like you hit the lottery, and scare the neighbor's cat. But in all seriousness, this could be the most important penny of your life. There's something deeply satisfying about finding hidden value in something so ordinary. We spend our lives chasing wealth, yet sometimes it's hiding right in our palm. What if your path to wealth starts not with risk, but with rediscovery? Go check that old coin jar. Rummage through the glove box. Call your parents and ask if they still have your childhood piggy bank. Because the next 1970 small date double die penny could be in your home, waiting. And when you find it, remember you heard it here first. Subscribe for more treasure tips and rare coin breakdowns. Because while money doesn't grow on trees, it just might be hiding in your change. Imagine reaching into your kitchen junk drawer, brushing past paper clips, a random battery, a rubber band, and pulling out a penny. Now imagine that same penny could be worth close to $1 million. Sounds unbelievable? It's not. Because there's a rare 1992 Lincoln Memorial penny with a small D mint mark that recently hit a market value of $992,000. Yes, a 1-cent coin. Almost $1 million. And the craziest part, You might already own one and not even know it. In today's video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1992 D Lincoln penny. Not just its value, but why it skyrocketed, what makes it so rare, and how you can find out if your old coins are hiding a fortune. But stick with me, because what I'm about to reveal could literally change the way you see every coin in your home. And just to reset your attention, yes, we are still talking about a penny. The same thing you probably used to throw in the couch cushions or ignore on the sidewalk. Let's begin. The 1992 Lincoln Memorial penny was a common coin. At first glance, it featured the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, designed to mark his enduring legacy. But in 1992, something unusual happened at the Denver Mint. Due to a rare die pairing mistake, something collectors call a close AM variety, the space between the letters A and M in America, on the reverse of the coin, is nearly touching. This microscopic error, barely noticeable to the naked eye, created one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever minted. Out of billions of pennies produced that year, only a few dozen of these close AM 1992 D pennies are known to exist. And today, collectors are scrambling to find them. Recently, one sold for over $992,000 at a high-end auction. That's the kind of accidental treasure that turns everyday folks into overnight millionaires. You might be wondering, what are the odds I have one? Here's the thing, far better than you think. Because most of these rare pennies, they weren't discovered in coin rolls. They were found in circulation. In pocket change, in old jars, in forgotten drawers. Now pause for a second. Have you checked your stash? Because if you haven't, well, you're leaving money on the table. Literal money. So how do you know if your 1992 D penny is the one? First, flip it over. Look closely at the word America. If the A and M are almost touching, that's your first clue. Next, look at the mint mark. You're specifically searching for the 1992 D version minted in Denver. Now, here's where things get interesting. If it passes the visual test, don't run to Craigslist and sell it for $10. This is the moment where people lose thousands. You want to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These are trusted institutions that authenticate, grade, and value rare coins. The difference between a raw close AM penny and a graded MS67 close AM penny. About $980,000. Crazy, right? But here's a small tip most people overlook. Check more than one penny. Where there's one, there's often more. And sometimes, collectors find multiple rare varieties hidden in the same coin jar. Here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the penny break up with the nickel? Because it felt scentless. Okay, back to business. Now imagine what you do with $992,000. Would you finally pay off the house? Take your dream vacation. Start the business you've been secretly planning for years. You don't need a degree in economics or a vault full of gold bars to build wealth. Sometimes, it starts with knowing what to look for in your pocket change. This isn't just about coins. It's about awareness. It's about realizing that wealth is often hiding in plain sight, in attics, in basements, in old piggy banks, and in that tiny copper coin you thought was worthless. Here's the kicker. There are more coins just like the 1992 D penny waiting to be found. The US Mint made thousands of unintentional errors over the years. Some of them are worth hundreds, others millions. Which means if you learn something new today, you're only just getting started. Cliffhanger? In our next video, we're revealing 3 other pennies that people overlook, each worth over $500,000, and one of them was found in a gas station. Tip jar, so don't miss it if you're serious about turning your old coins into serious cash, and if the idea of finding 6 figures in a shoebox excites you as much as it excites me, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because every week, we reveal coins worth real money and give you the tips to find them fast. Drop a comment if you've checked your 1992 pennies already and tell us what you found. Imagine digging through your kitchen junk drawer or your grandfather's old coffee can of coins and finding one single penny that could instantly change your life. Not a $100 bill, not a gold bar, a penny. Now, what if I told you that a 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny with a simple little D mint mark, yes, the one you've probably seen hundreds of times, could be worth $985,000 today? Sounds crazy, right? But it's very real. And people just like you have discovered these small copper treasures hiding in plain sight. And if you're over 30, have old coins lying around, or inherited change from a parent or grandparent, then this video might just be your $1,000,000 wake-up call. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down what makes this ordinary-looking penny extraordinary, how you can spot one, and why time is running out to cash in. And hey, stick around till the end because I'll share one secret mistake people make that causes them to accidentally sell these valuable coins for just 1 cent. Let's rewind back to 1985. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. Gas was $1.09 a gallon, and millions of pennies were minted across America. Now, among all the coins struck that year, the Denver Mint produced a massive number. Over 5 billion, to be exact. So what makes this one specific 1985 Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Pattern interrupt with humor. Quick question. When's the last time you actually looked at a penny instead of tossing it in a tip jar or sofa crack? Exactly. That's why people miss this. Collectors have identified a few extremely rare errors and die varieties on certain 1985 pennies. We're talking double die obverse, off-center strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchets, like the dime planchet. .1 verified 1985 error penny, in near-perfect condition with a dramatic strike flaw, sold at auction $4.985, 000. That's right. Someone flipped a coin and landed nearly $1,000,000. Now here's the kicker. These rare errors were almost all created during a very narrow window of mint production, meaning not many exist. And those that do, most people don't even know they have them. But there's more. Some of the non-error 1985 pennies are commanding high 5 and 6 figures, just because of their pristine condition and grading. Which brings us to the $1,000,000 question. How can you tell if your 1985 penny is worth a fortune or just 1 cent? Let's break it down. Here are the telltale signs of a potentially valuable 1985 penny. Sharp, uncirculated condition. Look for flawless surfaces, strong definition in Lincoln's hair, and zero wear. Red color designation. In coin grading, red means it retained its original coppery luster. That boosts value like crazy. Error features: double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual shapes. These quirks can add hundreds of thousands. Graded and authenticated by PCGS or NGC. A certified grade of MS67 or higher can make the difference between pocket change and a life-changing check. Here's a thought. If someone offered you $10 for an old penny today, would you take it? Or would you have it checked first? I hope you'd pause. Because too many people have unknowingly sold these treasures at yard sales or coin machines, never realizing they held a 6-figure payday in their palm. This isn't just about coins, it's about freedom. It's about that vacation you've always wanted to take. The house you dream of retiring in. The debts you've been trying to escape. You could be 1 penny away from all of it, but only if you know what to look for and take action. In the next video, I'll reveal how one family discovered a $300,000 penny in their attic after almost throwing it in the trash. So if you've got a box of old coins or just found a 1985 penny in your change, do not ignore it. Check it, research it, and if you need help, comment below. We're here to guide you. Don't forget to subscribe for more expert tips on rare coins, how to sell them the right way, and how you can build real wealth. 1 cent at a time, your $1,000,000 coin might be waiting. Are you ready to find it? Imagine reaching into an old junk drawer, brushing past rubber bands and faded receipts, and pulling out a single copper coin worth almost $1,000,000. Sounds unbelievable? Well, what if I told you that a simple 1998 Lincoln penny with a tiny D mint mark could be your golden ticket to a $998,000 payday? Yes, you heard that right. A penny, just 1 cent, could be worth nearly $1,000,000. Most people toss these into change jars. Some drop them on sidewalks without a second glance. But coin collectors and dealers know better. They're hunting down these exact coins every single day. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly what makes the 1998 Lincoln Memorial Penny so special, why it's now commanding nearly $1 million on the market, and how you can check if you've got one sitting at home. Don't blink, or you might just miss your shot at a 6-figure windfall. By the way, when's the last time you checked behind your couch cushions? Let's rewind the clock to 1998. Gas was cheap, pagers still buzzed in pockets, and Lincoln pennies were still being churned out by the millions. The Denver Mint alone produced over 5 billion of them that year. So how can a coin so common turn into a rare gem? Simple. It's not about how many were made. It's about how few were made perfectly. The ultra-rare 1998 D Lincoln penny that's turning heads isn't just any coin. It's what experts call a mint error with exceptional strike. Imagine a coin that accidentally received a double die obverse, or a penny struck off-center, or on a dime planchet by mistake. These kinds of mistakes are usually caught, but a few slip through the cracks. And that's when the magic happens. Collectors prize these anomalies. They obsess over flawless details. A doubled liberty, a stretched date, an abnormal ridge, even a strange copper shine. Some even display rainbow toning, a chemical reaction that adds a unique hue collectors drool over. Now, here's the kicker. One of these rare 1998 D memorial pennies recently fetched $998,000 at auction. Why? Because of a perfect storm, minting error, pristine condition, and passionate bidders. Let me ask you something. When you last saw a 1998 penny, did you flip it over? Did you examine the Lincoln Memorial closely? Did you check the D mint mark under a magnifying glass? No? That's okay. Most people don't. That's exactly why these coins are still hiding in plain sight, forgotten in piggy banks, wallets, and family coin jars. And yes, some were even found in change from fast food. Imagine buying a burger for $2.99 and getting $998,000 in change. Quick pop quiz. What do a winning lottery ticket, buried treasure, and a rare 1998 penny have in common? Answer? They're all just inches away. But most people never think to look. Kind of like that Tupperware lid you swore you had, until it vanished into the fourth dimension. Here's the part where you ask, so what now? First, grab your 1998 pennies. Yes, all of them. Look for the D mint mark right under the year. Then, look for signs of unusual features. Off-center images, doubling of letters, strange coloring, or crisp detailing that jumps off the surface. Next, if your coin looks suspiciously different, don't clean it. I repeat, do not clean it. That's the fastest way to kill its value. Instead, consult a certified coin grader or numismatic expert. Sites like PCGS and NGC offer online appraisal services. You could be one verification away from a windfall. Now here's the cliffhanger. What if the next $1 million penny isn't even from 1998? What if there's a 1994, a 2000, or even a 1982 penny in your collection that's worth 10 times more? That's exactly why you need to stick with this channel. We're uncovering one treasure at a time, so you don't miss out on your hidden fortune. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is power and ignorance is expensive. And hey, next time you get change at the store, don't roll your eyes at the pennies. One of them might just be your retirement plan. End screen CTA narration continues under visuals. If this video made you race to your junk drawer, you're not alone. Drop a comment below if you're checking your 1998 D pennies now, or tell us what coin you'd like us to investigate next. What if I told you that a penny sitting quietly in your drawer, forgotten, dusty, no mint mark, could be worth more than your car, your house, even your retirement savings? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's not a fantasy. One rare 2003 Lincoln Memorial cent, with no mint mark, recently made headlines with a staggering market value of $203,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny. Now take a moment, check your wallet, glance at that coin jar on your kitchen counter. Because after watching this video, you may never look at your loose change the same way again. But what makes this ordinary-looking coin so extraordinarily valuable? Well, stay with me. We're about to uncover a story of hidden wealth, overlooked history, and how everyday Americans are turning pocket change into life-changing fortune. And hey, quick question. When was the last time a penny gave you goosebumps? Back in 2003, the United States Mint continued its standard production of the Lincoln Memorial penny, a design that had graced the coin since 1959. But buried among billions of common cents, a rare anomaly emerged. A version with no mint mark, struck in Philadelphia, but with incredibly unusual features. Slight deviations in strike pressure, a unique coppery red luster, and in some cases double die errors, planchet anomalies, or even off-center impressions. These subtle differences transformed a 1-cent coin into a collector's holy grail. Now here's the pattern interrupt. Imagine taking your kid to the grocery store, and they drop a penny on the floor. You shrug it off, right? But that same coin could be worth more than your annual salary. This exact scenario happened to a retired schoolteacher in Ohio. She'd been saving her change in an old cookie jar since 1999. One day, just for fun, she started sorting through it. Guess what she found? A flawless 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with rare doubling around Lincoln's eye and the word Liberty. Certified and graded. Auctioned later for 6 figures. She cried. Her mortgage paid off. Her son's student loans gone. That cookie jar became a symbol of her second chance at financial freedom. You may be wondering, how do you know if your 2003 penny is the one? Here are the key features to look for. No mint mark. That's the first telltale sign. It means it was minted in Philadelphia, which didn't typically use a mint mark on these. Sharp details on Lincoln's profile. High-quality strike indicates early dye use. Color and luster. That bright red copper sheen? Priceless. Weight and material. If it weighs slightly more than 2.5 grams, it might be a transitional error worth even more. Errors, double dyes, off-centers, or misaligned strikes could add tens of thousands in value. At this point, you're probably itching to go coin hunting. But wait, before you start digging through your couch cushions, ask yourself this: have you ever ignored something simply because it looked too ordinary? The most dangerous thing about rare coins? They're camouflaged in plain sight. You don't need to be a numismatist. You don't need a microscope. You just need curiosity and the right knowledge. And maybe, just maybe, the universe has already slipped you your golden ticket in the form of a little brown coin. Now imagine selling that coin, pocketing $100,000, and finally turning that dusty dream of freedom into reality. Your story could be next. All it takes is one penny, one moment, one discovery. So here's your next step. Check your change. Go through your piggy bank. Look behind the cushions. And if you find a 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, hold on tight. Because that ordinary coin could be your $1,000,000 mistake waiting to happen, or your miracle in disguise. And before you click away, make sure to subscribe. We're diving into more coins that are silently sitting in your home worth thousands, even millions of dollars. You don't want to miss the next one. After all, what's worth more than money? Knowing where to find it.